So hello gamers, ever since the massive update that I made a 1-hour video on, everybody basically said everything got nerfed, there's nothing overpowered, nothing super good anymore, but that is just frankly not true. So today, I'm going to be showing you guys a lot of the most overpowered guns currently in the game. Keep in mind, some of these will be getting nerfed pretty soon, but yeah, let's get into it with the HK416. This does have a confirmed nerf, it is in the test place, but currently this is not a nerfed gun. Both hollow points and HK337 are overpowered, although I would say that hollow point is, in my opinion, a lot better, but you can always make the argument for HK337. Let's be real, in CQC, this is way better than HK337. It does a bit more damage, it shoots faster, it doesn't rely on torso hits to get the better 3-hit kill range, but obviously there is some downsides to using it, but in CQC it's just better. This gun is really broken with either ammo type. I've always preferred hollow point, but you know, as you could probably tell, this is really good. They will be nerfing this. The min damage will go down by 1, which will make it not so overpowered, but still very good. I might even say hollow point is still worth using because you do get the 3-shot kill up close, but if you want to go back to default after that, then that's fine. And also they are nerfing 300 conversion. It will be losing its torso multiplier, which means a lot of worse hits to kill, and also it will be losing a bit of min damage as well. Now next up is of course the AF 2011. I have a full video on this. As you might or might not know, that can one-shot anywhere on the body in CQC. Technically it is a 2-shot kill, but that's 2 bullets. Those are 2 bullets landing right next to each other. This is an extremely broken ammo conversion right now. If you want to know more about it, make sure to check out my video from the last couple of days on it. Next up, we actually have the AK-47. If you guys didn't know, this gun actually more or less got a bump. I talked about it in the initial update video. How yes, with hollow points, this is a lot worse. You can't really use hollow point anymore, but it got more headshot damage by like 5. It's able to 2-hit a little bit farther when you hit headshots, kill with 1 head, 1 limb farther. They will be reverting the headshot damage, so now it will just do less damage, which is completely fine because the gun is still really good. It's just a little bit too good right now. This gun did not need any kind of rebalancing. It could have just gotten a nerf, and now they're just kind of nerfing it, making it just worse instead of like slightly better in some ways. It didn't need to get rebalanced. It didn't need like an upside and a downside. It just needed more downsides. It's very similar recoil-wise to the AKM. It actually has technically a little bit less recoil. It does better hits to kill though. It does better damage. It is kind of a menace, I'm not gonna lie. I'm really glad that this is getting a nerf now. It'll still do the damage, and like, it'll still be the same gun, just a little bit worse. And it deserves that because the AKM got nerfed, but not this. I don't know why. This kind of got buffed and the AKM got nerfed, and I always thought that the AK-47 was better than the AKM. Now they're fixing that because, yeah, it just needs a nerf, man. Maybe I should just F5. I'm just gonna F5. Next up is the M16A3. They nerfed 223 on this, which is fine because they buffed the horizontal recoil by quite a bit. The horizontal recoil was kind of iffy before, and now it is such a laser beam. You can run this thing with hollow point. You could still run it with 223 if you wanted to, and you can run it with 2545 like I do, and it becomes an absolute menace. It's a laser beam. It has a really fast reload time. It does great damage. It has fast velocity, handling. It doesn't even require a long barrel like some of the other M16 variants. But next up, we have, of course, the Colt Smg. The reason the Colt Smg is extra broken right now is because they nerfed MP5K 10mm, but they didn't nerf the Colt Smg, which is just insane because I always said that the Colt Smg was better than the MP5K10, so they nerfed the gun that's objectively just kind of worse and made the one that's better basically the same. The only thing that they nerfed about this gun was long barrel, and you didn't even really need to use long barrel in this gun, so now it is just a laser beam. But next up, we have a DMR, the Mark 11 with 500 Phantom. They nerfed all the slugs ammo types on the shotguns, and then they made this have a 65 stud torso kill range. I talked about how this is really good in my 1-hour video, but yeah, it is really solid. It has a lot of drop, not gonna lie, but it does shoot really fast. Basically can 2-shot anywhere, all ranges, and it can also 1-shot headshot at any range, which makes it really just too good, especially since the SVU kind of got nerfed. This is arguably just the SVU with more drop, but like better stats. This gun's a little bit too good, not gonna lie. The default Mark 11 is really good, but this almost feels better at this point. Next up, of course, we have the DT11. All the shotguns got nerfed, and this one got rebalanced and almost buffed. It was going to lose some damage up close and get more pellets, and then they decided that the damage would remain the same, but it would get an extra pellet anyway, which is really weird. The range performance isn't really that great anymore, but for close quarters, this is basically just the best shotgun now because it can still effectively one-tap. It reloads really fast, and with full choke, it can actually one-shot pretty far. And yeah, for CQC, this is really fun and really good. It's a double barrel. It has to do more damage than other shotguns, but this is a little bit too much in most people's opinion. I use it when it came out for a long time because I just really like the gun. Next up is the FALs. Now, the FAL 50, I would say, is still really broken. It's objectively just the best battle rifle right now, but 5.56 on all of the FALs is really broken. They increase the ranges by quite a bit. They have 30 bullets, they have 700 RPM, and they do good damage to very far ranges. FAL Shorty and the FAL 50 are probably the best. 56.3 para is okay, and SA58 is pretty good with a good trigger finger, but these are the really insane ones. Basically, an assault rifle that just has great hits to kill. It's really scary. The FAL Para Shorty has always been one of my favorite FALs, and I guess this is a little bit too good with 5.56, so they will be nerfing the overall gun as well, which kind of sucks. The FAL Para Shorty was a really good gun. I just wish that the default gun didn't get nerfed, because I really love the default gun. It's a really fun gun with no ammo. It reloads fast, it has like FAL performance, and 5.56 is the broken thing. Just nerf 5.56 again. I don't know. I'm gonna miss this gun because they're giving it a lot of recoil and worse damage and more ammo for some reason, more reserve ammo, but it doesn't matter. I really just would prefer the FAL Para Shorty to remain in its current state, but you know, it is a really good gun. I'm not currently using 5.56, but as you can see, kind of has recoil. You can kind of control it, not gonna lie. And they decided this gun was a little bit too good. This is a major oversight. This is the #1 223 extended mag I would remove from the game, and it is one of like the 2 that didn't get removed. I don't know why that happened, but basically the L86 is still a laser beam. It doesn't do the best damage ever, but it's a 5-shot at range, and I guess it doesn't shoot too fast, but it is such a laser beam that it doesn't really matter too much. If you hit your shots with it, it becomes the best gun of all time. A lot of people will say this is the best LMG in the game, and 223 is what makes it way too broken. Like, even without 223, they nerfed the default ammo quite a bit a while ago. It doesn't matter. This is still really good with this, and for some reason, they were like, nope, doesn't need to get changed. Hopefully this gets fixed. I really hope it does, because this gun is a menace to society, man. Next up, of course, we have the RPK. Same treatment as the AK-47, where it's getting its old headshot multi back, but maybe more recoil. And hopefully they fix the sound effect, because it's kind of loud. It's one of the coolest sounding guns, but it's so loud. The AKs have always been super good, and they are still really good. Keep in mind, this is an RPK. It's not supposed to be the accurate one. Even though it's the least accurate RPK variant, it's still really accurate. And this one didn't even have a torso multi to begin with, which makes the nerf that it kind of got not even that big of a deal. Another LMG is probably the HK21. I'm surprised they haven't fixed this gun yet. In the first 5 shots, it just eviscerates everybody. It's an objective upgrade to the M60 in literally every single way except recoil, and it's still really good. I'm pretty surprised because, like, feels like it should have been nerfed by this point. The amount of people that complain about it is quite a bit, and I do understand it because it's a really broken gun. And next up, we have the RPK-74. I talked about this in the new best guns in every single category video. This is probably the new best gun in the entire game, theoretically. It is very accurate. It has 650 RPM. It can 2-shot to 90 studs, 3-shot to 100 studs. It has a 45-round magazine, tons of reserve ammo. Literally everything about this gun is good. There's genuinely not a single thing that's bad. Even the velocity is way higher than like any other AK in the game. Like, I'm talking, it has more velocity, or the same velocity as the SVDS. Also, shout out to Scar Hammer 9mm, not really broken. Because of the recoil, L86 is kind of just better with 223. But of course, Scar Hammer 9mm is really good. One final gun I might say is a little bit too good is the AM3. Basically, it just headshot kills really far. That is not the sight I wanted. If you're really good, this is basically just the GSP, but better, because it just headshot kills to like 4 times the range. And yeah, it has a bit of recoil and stuff, but if you're good at hitting headshots, this gun is pretty crazy, not gonna lie. And if you don't one tap, it has enough RPM that 2 taps are not even that bad. At the current moment, I would say it's a little bit too good. Not super overpowered or anything, but a little bit too good. Maybe the velocity, maybe the headshot kill range is the problem. Something about it needs to go. If I missed a gun, let me know in the comments. But yeah, make sure to like and sub, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.